For HolmesCountyTicket.com. We're joined on the practice field at West Holmes Stadium here. Head coach Kevin Maltarich with us, and we've got some special guests here today. Kevin, you want to introduce these guys, or are they going to introduce themselves?
Sure. This is my youngest one, Cooper. Can you say hi, Cooper?
Hi.
And back here is my middle son, Kyle. And this is Kaylee.
All right, so these are the future knights, I guess, of the gridiron here. Kevin, congrats on a great game last week. You guys really came in and did a job on Coshocton. Talk a little bit about the good, the bad, and the ugly of that game. Obviously, there wasn't a whole lot of ugly to it.
I'll tell you what, we've gotten a lot better as a team. We preach about getting better each and every week. That was our best game. It really was. I'll tell you one of the ugly things I don't like about it. Number one, still we had some penalties, and number two, we put the ball on the ground 2 or 3 times that I'm not real happy about. In our first 2 games, we didn't have anything on the ground, and we got to make sure that that stops.
Yeah. One of the nice things about that game is I think that people got a chance to see some of the kids that don't oftentimes take starring roles. The Michael Kashubas, the Colt Tennants,
yep.
And who was it? Logan Campbell, Sam
yep.
Young, even Clay Stutzman. Those guys have kind of bided their time and have kind of learned the system, and it's nice to see those kind of kids kind of get in there and get their turn.
I'll tell you, there's nothing more exciting to me than we get our JV kids in there, some of our second or backups, and they get right in there and they go right down the field and they score. That to me means a lot, especially, they had their ones out there for a long time, and we moved the ball right down the field, and they took them out right before we scored. But, give our twos credit. We beat up on their varsity team a little bit, and, hats off to them, and that just, to watch Michael Kashuba run into the end zone is just thrilling for me as a coach.
And how important is that depth, to develop that kind of depth as you enter the OCC play here?
Oh, it's huge, and we were just talking about it today. Our kids are starting to come around, and our backups are starting to push for varsity time, and that's what makes your team and your program better. It really does. And like I said, you saw a little bit of hunger out there when they got underneath Friday Night Lights. They had a little bit more intensity to them, a little bit pep to their step. But today it showed, and that's huge for us.
Yeah, and you move on now, and the OCC has always been a real big-time football conference. How tough is this conference football-wise?
I'll tell you, it's pretty tough. You can go ahead. It's pretty tough. We were just sitting here thinking and talking the other day, my first year here, we didn't win a league game. And then now we've won, I guess 6 of the last 7, or we were on a nice little streak there. And, we want to continue to build on that. And, we put together a nice string of wins, and, we want to keep that. But, this is the heart and soul of our schedule, is getting into league play. And, we talked about it. We were a little bit more aggressive today, and we had a little bit up-tempo, and our kids are getting ready.
Big things are coming, and they know it. You have to tell them,
yeah,
I'm sure.
That's true.
Well, lastly here, you're going to be facing a team in Madison that last year obviously gave you guys a great game. What does Madison bring to the party this year?
They're going to be a run-first team. They're going to be big. They're going to be physical. They're going to try to out-hit us, and they've got the same similar style that I like to preach is, it's not always the most talented team, but it's the most physical team, and they're definitely going to try to out-hit us, so we've got to make sure that we match that and take it up a notch. But, it's going to be an old-fashioned slobber knocker is what it is, and, they're going to hit the fullback up in there, and they're going to do so. They're going to try to pound it at us, and we got to be ready for that.
Okay. There you go, preview for Friday night's game against Mansfield-Madison. On behalf of Kevin and all the rest of our fans out there, I'm Dave Mass for HolmesCountyTicket.com. Thanks for joining us.